Puss in Boots. An old miller lived with his boys, Mark, Henry, and John. John had a cat. He called it Puss. John was a good boy, but Mark and Henry weren't good to the dad, and they weren't good to John and Puss. After the miller died, John cried a lot. He loved his dad. One day, when John was away, his brothers left home. They took the bed. They took all the dray. What can I going to do? I can help you. How can a little cat help me? Trust me, I can help you, but I must have your boots and some grain. So John gave the cat his boots and an old hat. Puss took some grain and the sack. Then he left. Goodbye, my Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots went into the woods. He put some grain into the sack. Then he left it by an old tree. Some rabbits saw the grain. They jumped into the sack. At once, Puss in Boots close to the sack. Now I'm going to take these rabbits to King Harry. Puss in Boots left the woods. He walked by fields, trees, and houses. It was a beautiful day. Puss in Boots saw a big palace. Is that the palace of King Harry? He asked. No, it isn't, a man said. An ogre lives there, the ogre of the Carabas. This here's fields, and we are afraid of him. Why are you afraid of the ogre? Asked Puss in Boots. Because he is very big. Because he eats people. Because he can change into the animal. Puss in Boots had an idea. Puss in Boots went over a river. That night, he came to the palace of the King Harry. These rabbits are a present from my lord, Puss in Boots told King Harry. Oh, I loved rabbits, said Princess Harry. They're beautiful. Who is your lord? Asked King Harry. He is a lord of Carabas, said Puss in Boots. And where does he live? Asked the king. His palace is over the river in Carabas, said Puss in Boots. Every day, Puss in Boots went to the river with some grain. Every day, more animals jumped into his sack. And every day, Puss in Boots took presents to the King Harry. I must go to Carabas and thank you, Lord, for all these presents, King Harry said one day. Puss in Boots smiled. Go to Carabas and tell your lord the king is going to come tomorrow. Puss in Boots left the palace. He ran over the bridge. He ran by the fields. That night he came home to John. You must come with me to the river tomorrow, he said. I don't understand, said John. The next day they went to the river. The king wants to see you, said Puss in Boots. Me? asked John. Yes, you, Puss in Boots said. But first you must rush. John jumped into the river. Puss in Boots put John's old clothes by a tree. King Harry came in his carriage. Help! cried Puss in Boots. Help the Lord of Carabas! Some men took his clothes. They left him in the river. Help the Lord of Carabas, the king told his men. Give the Carabas new clothes. Trust me and say you are the Lord of Carabas, Puss in Boots told John. So John sat in a carriage with the king and Princess Maria. He had beautiful new coats. Welcome, Lord Carabas. Thank you for the presents. To be continued.